Okay, so let's give drawing a whale shark a go. Okay, just keep the shapes really, really simple, and then once we've got our basic shape down, then we can put lots of colour on and have some fun with some of the patterns that this guy has. I'm just going to start at the top of his head and come up and round, and then bring the line all the way across till about halfway across the piece of paper. You don't want to go any further than that because he's got a lovely sweeping tail at the back. And the line will go up at the end for the top of his fin. Okay, and then we want to bring that line down. So he's given the fin on the back. And he then has another little fin just before the tail begins. So you want to draw a little line across, and then another triangular shape, but not quite as big, because that's a smaller fin on his back. And then another little line like this, and that's before the tail starts. So he's got this fantastic tail, and it's like this really big triangular shape. So you want to do really big up, like that. But before we can do the rest of it, we want to do the rest of his underneath of his body. So we start at the tail, it's quite narrow here, and as we come along a little bit we want to do another little fin that goes up and down. And then as we draw this line, his body will get wider, so we want to make sure that happens when we draw, and bring it down a bit. And then there's another little fin because he only has the big one on the top of his back. And then this one comes out even further, just about halfway along, because he has a big flipper at the front. And then we want to leave a little gap for that flipper, just about that much, and we draw the rest of his body that comes up and narrows back down again and comes around to the front, like that. So a couple of things missing, his tail and his flipper. So this bit comes all the way out here, quite far. These are really enormous, beautiful creatures that glide about in the ocean. So that comes all the way down there. Then we want to bring this line to join it in a sort of a triangular shape that narrows as you get towards the tip, like so. So that's the front of his flipper. And then this tail, he has a slightly shorter line that goes down there, like this. Okay. Then you want to find roughly about where halfway is and draw a line down to meet that line you've just drawn, like so. And then this line then draws to make a sort of triangle shape with the top one and join it up at the top, like so. And then he needs an eye, obviously, so you can't see where he's going. So just right at the front, you can only see from the angle of him, you can only see one eye. The other one's around the other side. So I'll just draw a couple of lines for an eye there. And then he has a couple, like 3 or so lines down here, just to the side of his body, and that's his gills, to make sure that he can breathe properly underwater. And that's it. That's your basic shape of a whale shark.